If you're going to have your bourbon on the rocks, you might as well have clear spheres. So let's give it a pour. So today we're talking about ice sphere balls. We're talking about spherical ice cubes. No, they're not cubes. They're spheres. Ice spheres. Anyway, this is how it came packaged from Amazon. I repackaged it just for the purpose of the video because I've used this a few times already. I absolutely love it. Here's the price on the two different styles on Amazon. My wife at one point in one of the videos said that it brought me great joy. I don't know if joy is quite the word I would use, but hey, it does bring me a lot of happiness. This consists of a couple of pieces. Now, this is the 2-pack version of this. There's also a 4-pack version of the ice spheres. You have basically 3 components. You have the insulated sleeve, then you have the plastic part, then you have the silicone mold. We're going to take this out. I'm going to take the insulated sleeve off because it's the part that helps with the directional freezing. Directional freezing is what makes sure that you don't get the cloudiness in your ice cubes. Should help to freeze faster, but let's just run this twice and I'll show you the results of both. Fill it up with water. I use filtered refrigerator water. You could use tap water, distilled water, whatever, just as long as it doesn't add any taste to the ice sphere at the end. So we're going to throw this into the freezer now at this point. After we let this sink in, the excess water will come out of the top and it's ready for the freezer.
"24 hours later."
So here we go. We're going to take it out of the freezer. The one thing that I did find by not using the sleeve, the insulated sleeve, was this was a pain in the butt. Had to stop the filming to run a little bit of water over it to try to loosen this thing up. It would not come out of the plastic. So as I got it out, we're going to take a look at these ice spheres, and you're going to see they're cloudy at the bottom. You see the cloud at the bottom. Now, this doesn't impact how it tastes or what have you. It just impacts how it looks. I know. I'm disappointed as well. But you could use them and you could make them a little bit faster this way. But let's try them over here in a drink and see how it looks for the overall effect. And drop it into a rocks glass. Obviously, if you're using the large spheres, you have to have a rocks glass, not a Glencairn or anything. And we're going to pour a little bit of trusty Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel on this. And look at that. It's beautiful. It really is. But it's not beautiful, beautiful. So let's take a look at how it looks the other way. So the setup is going to be basically the same on this, only we're going to use the insulated sleeve on the outside of the plastic container. The insulated sleeve is going to help with the directional freezing, and we're going to pour the water in here. And we're going to stick it in the freezer after we get the mold in place. The silicone mold actually pops out a lot easier when it's got the insulating sleeve in place as well. Dip this down in here and it's ready to go in the freezer.
"24 hours later."
And here we go. We're going to get this out again. This recording took over the course of a couple of days because each time I freeze these spheres, they take 24 hours. If you pull them out too early, especially with the insulated sleeve, the bottom does not get fully formed. And so you have a hole on the bottom of your sphere. In this particular case, we're going to open these up and you're going to see perfectly clear ice balls. Everybody brags about my ice balls. They love my ice balls. Anyway, it's actually a fun thing to talk about when you have your friends over, the ice spheres, and I think it actually adds to the overall impressiveness of the cocktail or the drink that you're having. There's a bunch of ice at the bottom of this thing. You just have to let it run some water in there and let it melt. Let's go and take it over to our drink. take a look at that. It's perfectly clear. You can see through it. We're going to drop it into our trusty rocks glass again. And we're going to reach for Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel. Again, we're going to pour it up. And this time, it's actually going to look outstanding. What do you think of this? This is actually the perfectly clear ice sphere, and I think it is absolutely impressive. So whether you like the one on the left or the right, the clear or the cloudy, just remember that it adds to the overall impressiveness of your drink, and it melts a lot slower, thus improving the quality of your drink. I hope that you will take a minute to subscribe and like the video. And remember that bourbon is not only about what you're drinking in the glass, but who you're sharing it with.
My name's Mike the Cat, and I approve this message.